arching your back.
Hey YouTube, Jessica here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how I go from this to this in my simple brow routine, so just keep watching. So the first thing I always like to do is grab a spoolie brush or use the one on the end of my eyebrow pencil, and I just like to brush up my hairs to see what I'm working with. And then step one of my routine is going to be visualizing my arch or seeing what I have to work with as far as building my shape. Now, if you are someone who has trouble with this, then go ahead and grab a nude or white eye pencil and outline the brow by tracing over the hairs that you think you might want to remove, and that'll help you better see whether or not you like the shape with your face. Now from there, I like to go right into trimming my brows and actually using a razor to cut off any hairs that I don't want visible. So I prefer to use these Annie straight blades, and then if you aren't used to using those, then I recommend using the smaller blades that are on a long handle like you see here. And then I just want to go in and start trimming those brow hairs by using the blade at a very shallow angle next to my skin and holding my eyebrow taut by pulling up on my forehead a little bit. And that'll help me go ahead and trim as close to the skin as I can by removing all of the hairs under that white pencil or nude pencil that I used earlier. Of course, I can't forget those unibrow hairs, so I'm just going to take the baby blade on the long handle and go on the middle there. And then I go back to my Annie blade and go across the top of my brow by cutting off any hairs that stand above the longest hairs in the middle of my brow. It's hard to describe, but I hope you can understand by watching what I'm doing. And again, I have to repeat this. If you aren't used to using those, then start small with the razors that are on the long handle and work your way up once you get used to the pressure that you have to put on your brow. So next, I like to grab my eyebrow scissors that I got from Walmart. These are little rose gold stork scissors. They're super cute. And I like to go across the shape that I just created and trim any hairs that extend beyond the top of the brow where I already trimmed the shape. And again, I'm constantly brushing up with the spoolie just to make sure I'm getting all of the hairs that I need to and to make sure the shape looks right when I brush my eyebrow hairs up. So after creating my shape, I like to go over my eyebrow with some sort of toner or micellar water to go ahead and remove any loose hairs and also make sure my skin is clean. So I prefer this one from Pacifica. This is the kale water. I absolutely love it, but use whatever toner or micellar water you have handy that doesn't burn your skin. So step 3, of course, is going to be filling in the brows, and I like to use my Anastasia DipBrow in the shade dark brown, but use whatever shade you feel suits you best. And I just take that on the number 12 Anastasia brush and start filling in the shape and defining the tail of my brow. And then for any small spaces I need to fill in or the inner corners of my brows where I want more hair-like strokes, I take my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in dark brown as well, and I start filling in those brow strokes in the beginning to try to create sort of a gradient with my brow so that it's not too dense in the beginning. Now for my last step, of course, you have to conceal and highlight those brows, especially if you're going to wear a full face of makeup. This just helps complete the look. So here you see I'm taking the matte concealer in the shade NC50, which is very close to my skin tone, and I'm just going ahead and cleaning up the line under my brow. I'm also going to go over the top, and then of course if you're going with a full face of makeup, you can also take your favorite highlighter and put that right at the arch under your brow as well to accent that brow bone just that much more. And as a finishing touch, if you're like me and have oily brows, I like to go over my brows in the concealer with a translucent loose setting powder to set it and make sure it stays as matte as possible throughout the day. And there you have it. I hope you all enjoy the routine, and I'll see you in the next video.